Midnight morning readings. Hello, everyone. Welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are going to start off by doing the September reading for this is good for all placements for the sign of Virgo. And happy birthday, Virgos. You had an amazing start to your birthday season with a new moon coming in right in, on that cusp of your birthday season and really coming in and saying it was a black moon as well. It was a very, very powerful new moon. A lot of new energies, very, very strong new start energies that were coming in. So we're going to kind of do things a little bit different this time. So we're going to see how things go, but we're going to start off by seeing what your overarching energies are. And so on the bottom of the deck, you've got poised, you've got unfinished symphony, and you've got why. So I'm really feeling, that, spirit is coming in and it is saying, we've got this new moon. We've got a lot of starts to a lot of new energies, new beginnings. And some of you may be feeling like, I can get the energy, I can get the gusto of getting something started. I'm ready to go, but it's just not quite happening. So like I'm stuck. I feel like I'm stuck somewhere, and I'm not exactly for sure why. So let's dive a little bit deeper into those overarching energies for the Virgo. Thank you. Strongest leads, overarching Virgos. Thank you. Anything else? Anything? Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Anything else? Nope. On the bottom of the deck, you have mending. And I really feel that part of this whole, the why and like almost like why can't I get this done? Can't do this, can't get it finished out, is because we're sitting there and it's just like I have this unfinished business. I really am ready to start something new. What do I need to do in order to get closure? And Spirit is coming in, and, here they gave you a leg up. And, Mending and the Thinker are really coming in and saying, you know what to do. You need just a little boost of something, because going by the book, and cleaning it up. These are two very, very similar in energy cards, is, coming in and saying, I'm going to clean it up, but do I need to do this by the book, or am I constantly doing it by the book and I'm not getting somewhere? And that's really going to have to resonate with you individually as far as what am I doing here? Because you're trying to get things figured out. You've got clean it up, mending. We're really trying to put the pieces together of what we need to do as we are moving forward. And sometimes that it's easier said than done, because when you have, all that glitters, all right, so and time for a nap, okay, you looking at these, you're seeing a lot of yellows and golds and bright colors, that's all coming in, and you're feeling like I've always got the gusto, I've always got the energy to do something, but I kind of fizzle out three-quarters of the way through. And, Spirit is coming in and saying it's time to change things up just a little bit. Okay. You've got the upper hand. You've got the idea of, like, what you need to do in order to get this done, or how to fix this, or how to move forward with it. But you're just frustrated, and Spirit is saying, you know what, maybe you need to take a rest. You need to kind of recharge and get those juices finished, because the last card that they gave you is to the sea, right? And so this is really, really confirming energy and messages that's coming from Spirit, because if you look at the to the sea card, you see the binoculars behind the lady in the boat, but you also see the compass that's on the front of the boat. She's paying attention to where she has been, but she knows she's moving forward. She knows where she's going, thing of it is, you may not know exactly how you're going to get there. And when you don't always know, that can become very frustrating, because when you constantly want to do things by the book and there's always a plan and there's always something that you're doing, that you're moving forward with, you're just like, maybe, it's time to do something a little bit different. Okay. So those are this is the overarching energy, the overarching messages that are coming in. So we're going to go ahead real quick and kind of pull a relationship. It could be love, romance, friendship, other type of relationship card. And then we're going to pick, like a money, fortune, job, career card. And as we're going through the rest of the reading, we're going to see how those particularly want to resonate with you. So there we go. All right. Waiting, right on the bottom of the deck. The card that came out is, here's the waiting card for things. And it's fair to saying, if it's a relationship for you as you're moving forward and you're not exactly for sure to go, taking a nap, really waiting, enjoy the time you have, for the wait is worth it. This is really coming in and it's saying, hey, you don't have to rush things. Take things slow. It doesn't have to be by the book. There doesn't have to be a plan in place in order for you to want to move forward. So Spirit gave you two, actually several. So I really feel, so this is very interesting. So you've definitely got some, some very, very strong money, career, finance, just different things. And here we go, weathering the hardships, mirror of reflection. This is all confirming that it is time for you to take the step out and really just kind of reflect on where you have been, where you want to go, how you want to move forward, because there doesn't have to be a plan. There doesn't have to be something that is set in stone. It just the way you feel it should have to be doesn't necessarily mean that's the way it's going to manifest. So Spirit is saying you need to keep your options open, and really keep that openness to keeping in those changes, those surprises, for things. That way you don't shut off any opportunities that may be coming in for you. All right. So as we're moving forward, let's go ahead and see if there's any like blockages, like what is really holding you back here from moving forward, because you've got a lot of opportunity that is coming in front of you this month, but there's you constantly are asking yourselves, why isn't it moving forward? You're asking why. And it's, casting a spell, follow the path of your soul and leave your usual social circles behind. Okay. This is where Spirit is continuing with this very solid message of coming in and saying, they gave you the mending, they gave you the thinker, they said clean it up by the book. You've got to really sit down this month and really contemplate what is serving you and what is time to let go of, because there are things in your life that are holding you back. And I feel, Virgos, that you know what those are. Those are things that you're sitting there and you're saying, I know I need to let go of this. I know I need to separate myself from this. But what's lingering in the back of your mind is, what if? What if it goes wrong? What if I need that person? What if I need this? What if? And you're getting so weighed down by the what if, you're not seeing the opportunity in front of you. And what do we have? To the sea. You have the binoculars, you can see what's behind you, what has happened. The compass is pointing you, the weather vane is pointing you in the correct direction. You've got to trust in Spirit. You've got to trust and believe in yourself that the decision you're making is the right one for you. Remember, you're not making decisions what are going to be best for everybody else, because that may be what you have done in the past and it's not working for you anymore. And it's time to clean up that social space. It's time to clean up that physical space, because whatever it is that you're doing right now isn't working and it isn't serving you. Okay. And Virgos, you know what it is. You know what I'm talking about because at the beginning of this reading, when I started talking it out, you went like that. And you're just like, I know exactly what she's talking about. It's work, it's a relationship, it's my physical environment, it's this, it's that. You knew exactly because it hit you. It was like bam. It was like bang, right here, right now. So let's continue, go on. Blockages, challenges that the Virgos are working on. Thank you. Just a couple, please. Thank you. The time of guilt and shame ends now. On the bottom of the deck, this is confirmation of what the messages have already come through. It's time to let go of what isn't serving you because you don't need to feel guilty about it, because it's not serving you anymore. If it's, possibly releasing a relationship, it's letting go of somebody because they constantly are bringing in drama. They're constantly bringing in that negativity. They're constantly holding you back or making you feel guilty because of your reaction to your response to their actions. Okay, you cannot continue to move forward if you're letting other people's emotions control you. And this is where spirit is coming in and saying, this is a lot of your blockages. This is a lot of the shadow work that you're working on as you're moving forward. And a new strategy is required. Okay, this new strategy is required. And this is where spirit is saying it's time to stop doing things by the book and it's time to start doing things by what you feel is right for you, what feels good, because you're missing opportunities that are presenting themselves in front of you. And spirit is saying, hey, whoa, you got to stop doing this. Because they also get recognized despair as an opportunity. This is a very, very powerful blockage card that is coming in here. And this is something you have already done. You've already gotten to this point. And I really feel, at the beginning of this new moon hitting right at the beginning of your birthday season, like I said, when we started this reading and you went in, it was like, bam, like I know exactly what this is. I know what she's talking about. I need confirmation that this is what I need to do. And this reading may be the confirmation that you have been asking spirit for in order to help provide that guidance for you. Okay, because when you recognize that you're not happy in a situation, that this situation, these emotions, this energy isn't serving you anymore, this is where that really starts coming through. And you're sitting there and you're saying, all right, like I know what it is, I know what I need to do, I just need to get myself moving and doing that. Feel the power of the blood of your ancestors going through you. And this is where spirit is coming in and saying, you are not doing this alone. You have so many people and souls that are working on your behalf, that are working behind the scenes for you to help you move forward. Ask spirit for guidance. Ask people that have passed on to help you, a grandparent, a friend, a relative, somebody, and go in and say, look, I need help. I don't know how to do this. Help me move forward with this. One little baby step at a time. Okay. So let's take a quick peek to see what has gotten you to this point. So we're going to kind of back to, to the sea. The lady in the boat is actually looking. She knows what is behind her. So let's see what has actually brought you to this point as we're moving forward into your current energies. Rest and retreat, moving forward, and upcoming adventure. There was something that happened right before the new moon, and I really want to feel, it was back in Leo season. There was something, or really more over the summer, that really hit that turning point for you to where you just said, like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. And it has taken you time because you've been thinking, you've been working on, asking yourself, is there anything else I can do? Anything else I can do? And really looking into yourself. Am I looking at this holistically? Am I looking at this unbiasedly, from this situation? And you're just sitting there, you're just like, you know what? No, because, you know, the issue isn't me. It's my response to you that is the problem. And that is what is making me feel guilty. And you're just sitting there, you're just like, I'm done. I'm done. And you really took the time over, say, the past season, the past couple of months to really get yourself to this point. And I really, really feel that new moon that we had that's hit in Virgo, right on your birthday season. It really, really came in because here we just had keys, which is important choices, and the excuse me, the tin cup, which is fulfilling work, just come out. And Spirit is saying, hey, you've got the tools. You realize I've got the tools. I know what I need to do in order to move forward. It's time for me to close the doors that aren't serving me and to open the doors that are going to provide opportunity. So let's see what else was going on in your most recent past, bring you into your current messages from Spirit. All right. Most recent past, strongest for Virgos, please. Strongest for Virgos. Thank you. Strongest. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else for Virgos? Nope. Bottom of the deck. Spiritual realization. This is the soul searching that you have been doing. This is the shadow work that you have been doing, the realization of what isn't serving you and how you want to move forward, because you realize you're in a position of power and you have got the ability to make the change that you want. This is the shadow work that you have been working on, I really want to say, over the last season. And something here recently is what has really given you this push to sit there and say, like, I'm not giving these people the power to make me feel bad. I'm not letting them make me feel guilty because they don't like this, or I'm not letting myself feel guilty because I'm in this physical space anymore feeling that this is the best I can get. You, whatever the situation was, you're sitting there and you're just saying, you know what, I'm done, because I know I deserve better. I know I have a better opportunity coming on, and in order for that to come in for me, I've got to let this go, is where you were at. Because at the bottom of the deck, also card that popped out for your most recent past messages was love and relationships with the hearts. And this is coming in, and you really went through part of this and you said, I need to love me. I need to love me and what I'm doing and how I'm moving forward. And, sometimes you have to do that self care. And you have to say, this isn't what's best for me. It's what's best for you. And I'm not getting the same in exchange. It's not as fulfilling for me. And so I'm looking at this and saying, I'm doing some self love. I'm doing self care, because being in the moment and then smooth transition right into your current energies, current messages as you're coming in. This new moon that we had was a huge pivotal point. Something has recently happened. Something has changed that has moved you to where you're just like, I know what I need to do. Now you need to come in and you need to ask Spirit. You need to ask your ancestors, your friends, people that truly are there for you in your best interest, and ask them for help to be able to move forward. And remember, these changes, these are not have to be monstrous and humongous steps at a time. It can be very small steps that you move, that you take over time. Maybe it's cleaning out 2 boxes a week out of the home. Maybe it's setting a list and saying, I'm going to go out and I am going to, we're going to be coming into certain seasons, is cleaning up, things outside. And I'm just going to do little things. And as we're moving forward, it doesn't have to be one big monstrous thing that you're doing. Okay. So as we're coming into your current messages on the bottom of the deck, you've got fulfillment, right? So that's where you're at right now, is you're starting to feel and you're starting to see that the things that you have been letting go, you're actually feeling fuller emotionally, spiritually. You're feeling more positive. And you know why? Because you're realizing how much negative space those things that weren't serving you were taking up. And when you're going through this process of letting things go that aren't serving you, that aren't helping you become your authentic self, now you are making room for the positive and the fulfilling energies that are coming in, because it's creating that gateway and opening yourself up possibility for so many new things that are coming in, that is just going to help you realize this really just was not um, what I needed to do, right? So let's go ahead and see. Um, See? All right. Anything else? Current messages. Current messages for Virgos. And don't worry, that's not just one card laying there. That's several cards. It was a huge thing. Patience is on the bottom of the deck for your current. Remember, I told you, this doesn't have to be major milestones that you make at one time. It can be little things as you're going forward. I said these things didn't happen overnight. It's not going to fix themselves overnight. You're not going to do this. The idea is to take little steps and move forward very patiently. Purification and new beginnings. Okay. You've got those new beginnings that are coming in, and this is what you're seeing. This is what you're seeing. You're starting to feel this very positive energy, this very positive shift, this change that is coming in. And you're like, I want more. You're almost getting a euphoric feeling from it, because you're seeing it come in so fast. And Spirit is saying, be patient. Okay. You're starting to see it, but it's still going to take time as we're moving forward, because they gave you stillness, forgiveness, and miracles. And these are the things, as you are going through and you're letting things go, whether it's people, it's a place, it's spiritual enlightenment, whatever it is that you have realized is no longer serving you, and you're doing that self care as you're coming through. Make sure that as you are moving forward and you are taking the time and you're letting those things go, that you are forgiving that and making sure that you are having peace with it. Because if you let things go very harshly and very abruptly without going through the process of maybe, thinking things through and coming to internal peace with it, it'll still come back as those shadows, and you'll continue to have to do that shadow work. So you have to, as you're doing this, you're going through a very honest and open dialogue with your internal self, with your authentic self. And you're saying, why did I hold on to this for so long? You don't feel guilty about it. You say, how do I let it go so that it doesn't come back again? And that's the process that you're coming towards with everything. Okay. So for your incoming messages, things that are coming in as you are moving forward for this, the light is the card that's on the bottom of the deck. Ask for guidance. You need to continue to ask Spirit and your family, your friends, people that have passed on. You've got direction on the bottom of the deck. Ask for guidance. Remember, you've got the weather vane that is on the front of the boat. You know where you've been. Now you've got your heading of where you're going to go. But you don't have to do it alone. And remember, this isn't going to be by the book. This isn't going to be a way that you have done it in the past. This is going to be something totally different, and it can be very scary. So as you're doing this, if you start getting that anxiety, you start getting that, did I make the right decision? Ask Spirit. Ask a grandparent that's passed on. Ask somebody that you trust. Am I making the right decision? How is this making you feel? Does is this opening up more opportunity for you? So let's see. Incoming messages. Incoming for Virgo, please. Strongest incoming for Virgo, please. Thank you. Strongest. Thank you. Incoming. Thank you. Anything else? The bottom of the deck, you have confusion. And this is not, and then expect the unexpected, clearing your energy. Okay. These are very much what I was saying just a second ago, of saying you're getting that unsureness, you're getting that, and that's that fear coming up, that anxiety of coming in and saying, am I making the right decision? Is this really helping me become my authentic self? Is this really helping me to let go of things that aren't serving me, to to make room and opportunity for things that are going to help fulfill me? And there is going to be that coming up, because it's going to take time. It's going to take patience as you're moving forward with this. And it can be scary. But if you're truly making a change that is going to better yourself, some of these things that you've been holding on to that haven't been serving you, you've held on for years. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time for you to get through things, right? Okay. And you might need to take that pause, right? It's time for a nap. It's patience. It's really making sure when you are feeling this overwhelming sensation that is coming in, you need to take a time out, so to speak. Take a pause, because the success is coming along the way, and you don't need to sit there and worry about is this the right thing? Is this the wrong thing? What is going on? Because it can be scary, because you're worried. Okay, here's this worry, here's this failure. This is the fear that's coming in for you. And it doesn't have to be scary. It feels scary, right? But remember, fear is false evidence of things appearing real. And that is not what this needs to be. If you are that scared, then maybe you need to do more shadow work, because this is going to lead you into a sense of freedom that is going to allow so many more beautiful opportunities to come in for you. Okay? This is really a changing moment with this new one. And with us just coming in off of this new moon that's there. Remember, this is going to be something that's going to be taking place over the next 6 months, not just the month of September. This is the message is coming in right after that new moon, that's coming in and saying, it's going to take you 6 months to a year for you to really manifest this significant change in your life. And it's just going to take some time, right? It's just going to take time. So don't get frustrated. Don't get yourself scared, that you're not doing things right and going back to those other ones because you feel that security blanket. And, it's take the time. You start feeling overwhelmed, take time out. Take time out. Do your self-care, right? So we're going to get some final messages from Spirit that will help tie this reading in for everyone as we're moving forward, right? Thank you. Anything else? Final messages from Spirit. Thank you. Anything else? Me? Bottom of the deck. The card that fell on the floor is the King of Swords. This is a very, very, very powerful king that comes in and is very definitive in everything. And it's coming in, and eventually you are going to come um, to this decision. As you're moving forward with this, you might have other people come and make you, like I said, they're making you feel guilty to your response to their actions, not necessarily your actions themselves, but it's your response to them. And this is where you need to say, no, no. This is the response. This is what is best for me. You're making this about you, and I'm making a decision what's best for me, because you've got the 10 of Pentacles that came in and the 5 of Wands. Okay. And this is going to cause this conflict, but at the end of the day, you are seeing this coming into fruition. You are seeing this come into how much it is benefiting you as you're moving forward. Because the first card that came out is the Hermit, and this is talking about taking that time for self-care, really working on those things that are helping you as you are moving forward, that you need to take time for yourself. You need to take time and patience for everything, because you've got the Knight of Pentacles. You've got the Eight of Swords that came in sideways, okay? This is going to be something you're going to continue to go through because this is anxiety. This is up all night because you're worried about how other people are going to feel about this, how other people are going to react to this, and it could cause some nighttime anxiety for you. And this is not what this is saying. This is when you are coming in, this is confirmation of saying, hey, you know what? It's going to take patience because you also got the Seven of Swords that came in with this. So when you have the Seven and Eight of Swords that are coming in, people again, they can be very, very I don't want to say manipulative, but they are going to play on your emotions. Again, this is your response to their actions. This isn't necessarily how you are feeling, that they are trying to maybe make you feel guilty for or try to use as a means of trying to get something out of you. This is what you are working towards letting go, to where you are not letting them emotionally manipulate you. Okay. The King of Swords is very, very definitive in that response, because the King of Swords doesn't have emotion, comes in and looks at it very objectively, very realistically, and looks at the facts that are in front of him. Okay, so you're going to go into this and you're going to say, no, no, this is that you're making this about you. I'm doing this for me. Okay. So as you're moving forward with this, make sure you're taking time. You're taking the patience for that self care. This is going to take time as you are moving forward to get through this. Okay. So we're going to get your final message card as you're moving forward with this from Spirit. You've got a very powerful reading that is coming in here for you, Virgos. It's going to take time. It's going to take patience, but remember to continue to do that self care as you are moving forward, because it's not going to be easy, but it is going to be very, very fulfilling. So, my passion and visions are as expansive as the sun. And this is talking about letting that light in, that positivity, that opportunity. So, as you are letting things go that aren't serving you, that aren't working for you, you are forgiving them and you're letting them go with love, because you're letting other positive opportunities come in for yourself. Very positive reading, very, very strong reading. I really feel this is a very confirming message for a lot of Virgos that are out there that have been feeling this since that new moon came in at the beginning of your birth season. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out, and we will see you back here next time, Virgos. Take care.